This is the BYD Seal 6 and today I'm going to be sharing with you a tour of the exterior and the interior, go for a short drive from Dempsey Hill to Redoubt Gardens and share a final verdict on who should be getting one of the most affordable EV sedans in Singapore. Click subscribe to stay updated to more videos on EVs. There are now more than 20,000 BYDs in Singapore. You see the logo over here. Last time they used the badge, build your dreams. They kept it short and sweet right now. Some people may ask, what's the difference between the Seal 6 and the Seal? So BYD launched the Seal earlier to compete with the Tesla Model 3. That's their premium sedan. This is BYD's entry-level sedan. It costs 165,888 Sing dollars inclusive of Cat A COE. So this is a good entry-level car. It's a good first EV. Target audience are people transitioning from ICE cars like a Toyota Altis into their first EV. If you're currently driving a Tesla or a Hyundai EV or a BYD Sea Lion 7, this is not the EV for you. If you're considering your very first EV, this is the one to check out for. Now, let me give you a short tour. So you can see very minimalist, classic sedan design over here. And we've got a very nice aqua blue color. You see the side tires. Not as many cameras around the car. There is one camera here, but not as many cameras around the car like the more premium BYDs. Here you can see the door handle design like that. And at the top, later on when we go in the cabin, you will see a retractable sunroof. This part does come out. We don't really use it that much in our tropical climate. Good to have though. Down here, you get a charge port on the rear right. You push this open, you have 7 kilowatt AC charging. You open this second flap, you get 110 kilowatts DC fast charging. The AC charging is slow, but it's understandable for an entry-level vehicle. For the DC fast charging, it will not be as fast if you do long road trips, especially to Penang. If you're doing road trips to Johor or to KL, that's still okay. So these are the charge ports. When you're done, just push them all to cover them in. At the back, you will see the Seal 6. Now you may be wondering why 6? So in China, Chinese EV brands like BYD, they use the numbers to denote the size and also the class of their vehicle. So Seal is BYD's sedan range, Sea Lion is BYD's SUV range. So they will have a Seal 5, 6 and 7. 6 is like the mid-size sedan. Here you will see the BYD logo again. In order to open the trunk, we press this button and the trunk opens up. Now this is not a powered trunk, so you do have to manually close it later. I was looking for the power button to close the trunk when I was test driving this car for the past few days. In here, you get a trunk space that is bigger than the BYD Seal. Even though that's a small premium car, this has 460 liters of trunk storage. More than a BYD Seal, a bit less than the Tesla Model 3. The Tesla Model 3 has more than 500 liters of trunk space. At the bottom, you see the tire repair kit. So you can keep small bags, your gym bag down here. Otherwise, it's dark and simple. And when we're done, we just close it this way. This BYD does have front storage space, a frunk space. Let me show you. As we come down here, you open the car handles like so. And you pull this flap out, open twice. See the number 2 times for safety. Now let's go in front. As we make our way to our front, you will see down here a 65-liter Frunk Storage. This is relatively deep, so you can pull this out. You can see this is actually one of the biggest Frunk Storage I've seen in a BYD. Now 65 liters, you can put 2 backpacks, your food. The Tesla Model 3 has a slightly bigger frunk at 88 liters. However, this is very good storage space. In order to close it, this is a little bit heavier, so you got to push down like so, and it's done. That's the exterior tour. Love having a frunk in the BYD. Look forward to seeing more frunks in more EVs. Now let's take a look at the back seats. As you come in here, you are greeted by flat floors because they are an EV. Now, because it's a sedan, and again the design of this car, you can see that my leg won't have as much support when I'm sitting in the back seat. Over here, like so, you can see that there's a bit of space. Here's the roof height, so decent roof height for the rear passengers. This car has one USB-C and one USB-A. You can see the blue light around the perimeter of it so that you can see the charge ports even in darkness at night. There are aircon vents in the center, no aircon vents in the side, and here you get two cup holders in the middle, and down here you see the baby seat ISOFIX, so you can put it on both sides. You just pull it open, you get the baby seat ISOFIX. For an entry-level car, it's nice too that they have their own simple interior ambient light. Okay, with that, I'm now going to see all of you in the front seat to give you a tour of the front, and we'll go short drive. See you all inside. Welcome to the interior of the BYD Seal 6. As we cover, you can see that there's one wireless charger. The one on the left does not charge wirelessly. If you put your phone down, you can see that there's no charging. So you got to put your phone down here, like so. Here, you've got a 12-inch center touchscreen. On the more premium BYD Seal, you get a 15-inch touchscreen. There's a driver's instrument panel in our center. And this is BYD's user interface. When you click here, you can also go to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So you can add Apple CarPlay over here. I'll be navigating. You can also use Google Maps directly on your phone to navigate. We will be going to a nearby stop at McDonald's Redoubt Garden. So once you navigate from your phone, short 5-minute drive. So decent. The touchscreen can be a little bit more responsive. You do notice minor lag, nothing major, especially for someone who's getting the first EV. The front, very minimalist, aircon vents. There are interior ambient lights here. They do follow the music as well. Internal stitching, glove box. Here in the center, two cup holders. Center console, decent depth. And this is the BYD car key. They got lock, unlock, trunk, and also another button, extra button here. You can use the BYD app as well for BYD app access. You can see the aircon vents in the center down here. And in this center console, there is a start stop button. So you do have to press start stop in order to turn the car on and off. Hazard lights here. This is the auto hold toggle. And here, the car driving mode. There are 3 modes like all BYDs. We've got normal, eco, speed typically. Here is the music volume knob on the right side to just change the volume of the music. In here, you can see that the design mirrors the newer BYD Atto 2. So you've got your lane keep assist, you've got your camera. When you click on this, it shows you the camera, the top-down bird's eye view camera on the right, and all the different individual cameras on the left. That means when you click on each of these views, you get a different camera view. And when you're done, click on the same button. This is a cruise control button. On the right are media controls, volume, change tracks, phone call, mic speaker, and instrument panel touch controls. On the right, you get your typical standard side mirror adjustment buttons, door lock and unlock, and you got all your window buttons. One final button at the bottom is to open the trunk down here. Again, because it's not powered, you do have to manually close the trunk if you open it. Then there's extra holders here for your bottles or your umbrellas for rainy days. On top, you click on this, so you get a retractable glass roof. Teslas do not have a built-in retractable shade, so this is helpful. Then the second button, when you click on this, you can actually open the sunshade. Again, this will not be used much by most BYD owners, so it's a nice to have. It's there. When you're done, you just close it with a single touch, and that's it. If you find that the day is very sunny, you can also close the shades. We'll keep them on for now. And here, interior color is just one color, black. Very simple. There are few exterior color options. Seat belt, you can see, black. Let's go for a short drive to showcase the driving capabilities of this car. Are you ready to drive? Foot on the brake. Then there are two stalks here. Gear stalks on the right, down for drive. Turn signal stalks on the left and right. One thing that is missing in this car compared to the more premium BYD models are the blind spot signals. That means like those triangles that light up in orange. They're not present here. And when you turn signal, there is some camera to show you a little bit of the surroundings, but you do have to pay a bit more attention to blind spots. So we're ready to go. We're on drive mode. We release the brake and the car will creep forward. And you can hear the turn signals. So this is a sedan, so you're right lower than the SUV. This year, end of this year, we'll have about 50% EV adoption. That means 50% of all new cars sold will be EVs. Okay, so you can see that we're going through the hump. That's decent. Let me just make a U-turn back from the RT Daren car park side as we head out. So this Daren store is very popular. You can see that some people are already lining up, getting ready for Durans. And this is where in RT Daren car park we love to film light shows. So you'll see us here sometimes for some light show events. You can see the turn radius. So this is full lock. Decent turn radius, not too bad. We're going through a bit of gravel here. Relatively quiet cabin. And we're making our way out right now. Now if I punch it from zero, full accelerator press, this is the maximum acceleration speed. So this car goes from 0 to 100 in 10.9 seconds. It drives more like and accelerates more like an ICE car, so don't expect very major acceleration. If you want something much faster, you're getting a BYD Seal or a Tesla Model 3. And when you're done, okay, we're leaving Dempsey Hill right now. It's Christmas season, so you see more Christmas decorations here. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and because this is a sedan, it's narrow enough that we can make our way through most roads. So the next 3 minutes, you're just going to notice how quiet the car is, how it handles humps. Decent suspension. And we're going to go on a busier road ahead of us. Going towards Holland Road. Now as we come to a short stop, when it goes to 0 speed and you just put your foot down, the auto hold comes in, so you see the A lights up in green. When that happens, when I let my foot off the brake, the car stays on hold. It's got while we are waiting, it's got a large rear view mirror. We just reviewed the Xpeng G6, so it was nice to have the digital rear view mirror. However, this is large and very useful. The rear view is actually quite well open, not obstructed by tall seats unless you have very tall passengers. And here you can see that it is quiet. And again, Apple CarPlay, so good user interface. You can listen to your music, you can pause the music, you can navigate your map, all your typical apps all available here. Very easy. Now when you need to adjust the air condition, all BYD owners now know it's 3 fingers. So 3 finger, swipe up and down to change the temperature, to keep it at 21, and 3 fingers left and right to change the fan speed. See, we go to number 2, from number 1 to number 2. And we can change it back, 3 fingers, swipe back. That's it. So that you don't have to click on this button here to manually change the aircon settings. We're making our way out. And here we are. The steering is built for comfort. It's built for urban driving in Singapore. You can see right now our battery state of charge is 60% with 254 km. So while the WLTP range is 425 km, the real world range is around 390 to 400 km. Very good for city driving and Johor road trips. Now we're going ahead in front and we're going to make a short turn in to McDonald's, park, and share with you a final verdict on who should get this car. As you can see while we're driving, it's quite a busy road on a Saturday. Relatively quiet. So that's a good job. Much better than any equivalent ICE car in this price range. Making our way further down. The good thing with this BYD is that it doesn't have the UFO sound at low speed, which we noticed in the Xpeng G6 earlier this week. As we make our way down, you get to feel a little bit of the acceleration. Again, it's not going to be a very punchy acceleration. It's good enough for city driving. But it will take you a little bit more effort to overtake people in high speeds. And you can see it does a decent job. Now, when you're in Apple CarPlay, it won't show the cameras automatically all the time. And here we are. So using the side mirrors are relatively large, so it's easy for you to see the other lane. Again, I still wish that there was a blind spot indicator light like the other more premium BYDs. It's a good safety feature to have. Okay, I think one thing some people may notice is you look at the ride height, so my head's almost touching the top. So if you're a bit taller, so it's something to watch out for. I do like to have my seat higher. There's one thing that you may notice, but this is still a smaller buffer compared to other cars. And here we are, McDonald's without garden, one of the most beautiful McDonald's in Singapore. Highly recommend it to everyone. And this place has an EV charger. So as we make a turn in, you can see a beautiful pond in front of McDonald's. They have turtles. Sometimes you may even see otters here if you're lucky. Fishes. And right in front, that's where we're going to make our stop. You can see a lot more EVs in Singapore. In front of us is an Xpeng 6-7-seater EV. It's a very good EV. And of course, we've got some ICE cars. And in front, we've got 4 EV chargers. So I'm just going to park it towards the EV chargers and wrap up this video. And you get to see the reversing. No auto park yet on BYDs. Hopefully it comes soon. So I pull this up, it brings up the reverse cameras, and I get to use both cameras to navigate to my parking lot. So over here, a slight distortion on these cameras on the ground. The bird's eye view camera, pretty good. So you make the adjustment. If you're happy, you can go all the way down. And when we're done, I push the button in the right gear stop for park. And when I leave the car, I do need to press the stop button, otherwise the aircon will stay on. So I have to press this button, everything turns off, unlock, take out my key, and I do have to manually lock the car. So let's go outside and I'll wrap up and share a final verdict on who should be getting this BYD Seal 6. See you outside. Okay, we've got a chance to experience the BYD Seal 6. You can see it's a sharp looking car, affordable price point, one of the most affordable EV sedans can get at 165,888. Who should be getting this car? Let's talk about the pros and cons first. The benefit is the price point, good storage space for sedan, 460 liters in the trunk, 65 liters here in the front. Because it's a BYD, the service center support, the brand recognition is stronger. BYD provides up to 10 years of warranty for the motor and the vehicle, so you can feel a bit more assured. I do hope that in the future, BYD allows more service support and roaming support when drivers drive to Malaysia. Some brands are already offering it going across the border. And the interior is not as divisive as the BYD Atto 3 when it first launched, with the muscle fibers and music design. So everyone can get on board this car. Now, what things can be improved on the car? The real-world range and efficiency can still be a little bit better. So hopefully as BYD improves the battery technology, BYD uses the Blade battery, which is really safe. As they improve the range and also efficiency, this will only make it more attractive for road trips. I do hope that BYD in the future will start making 11 kilowatt AC charging as a standard. While 7 kilowatts is okay, as we move forward and as battery capacity increases, we should get to 11 kilowatt AC charging. DC fast charging, totally understandable for an entry-level vehicle, but for the premium models, it should be at least 150 kilowatts in the future. And I hope that the processor for the software will be a bit faster, that BYD continues adding more software safety features especially. If you can in the future, bring the blind spot indicator triangle back, even though this is an entry-level vehicle. The other thing to consider is SUVs are a lot more practical and popular in Singapore. So at this price point around 165k, it's not too much more to get the BYD Atto 3. Another $10,000 more, you can get a BYD Atto 3, or maybe for $5,000 difference, you can get a BYD Atto 2. So those are good vehicles to consider. If you want a very good sedan, definitely at least test drive the BYD Seal or the Tesla Model 3 as well, because those are maybe $10,000, $20,000 difference as well. We're already paying so much for the COE, you might as well invest a little bit more. This car is not going to be the top selling car. I think the BYD Atto 3 or the Atto 2 are more practical options, especially for families. But if you want something that's entry level, coming to your first ever EV in Singapore, something worth considering, and go test drive in the BYD showroom today. Let me know what you think about this car. Share them down in the comments. Thank you so much to the BYD team for the opportunity to test drive this car over the weekend. This is going to be one of my last car reviews of 2025, and thank you for all the support over the past few years. If you found this video useful, please click the like button. Share this video with your friends who are considering EVs, and click subscribe to stay updated to more videos on EVs.